What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Black Labels. BG for Loyalty Runs Deep, here with another banger for 2K heads. Now, in this one, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do a dribble tutorial. It's going to be the beginner version, then we'll come out with the advanced. But as of right now, we're going to show you everything we can just to get you started. I'm going to go ahead and run myself to the arena. I'll show you the animations as well that you got to put on. Again, a lot of this stuff is preference, but when it comes to dribbling, to get the best SIGs, you're going to want to make sure that you got these on. So as I bring them out, we're going to start off nice and quick. We're going to start off with the dribble style. Dribble style is going to be Michael Jordan. Now, if you get stuck with stuff like pro and stuff like that, you're not going to have a very good speed boost. So you're going to always want to go with that Michael Jordan. Signature size up, you're going to want to go with that Steve Francis. Money. This right here is the money. Now, if you're bigger and you're over 6'4", I always recommend De'Aaron Fox. That's another one of my favorites. But for right now, we're short. We're gonna take our nice little Steve Francis. Size up escape is John Wall. Now, there is two things to this. John Wall is really smooth. It's kind of like last year's. Now, the other option is LeBron James. LeBron James gives you that big step back when you pull back. You could do that one as well. The misdirection on it's not as good. I use this one for a bigger build just because you create more space. So I do like that. But John Wall is my favorite in what I'm running right now. Moving cross, kind of preference. I rock with the Donovan Mitchell. It's pretty smooth. Pretty good for speed boost. So I do like that. Now, the move behind the back, again, this is preference. I rock Allen Iverson. Moving spin, you can kind of mess with it. If you want to do a lot of park stuff, I'd go basic. Penny Hardaway is just something I like. Moving hesitation, Kevin Durant. Again, you can go Kevin Durant, you can go Zach LaVine or Luka. Zach LaVine gives you this long speed boost. I'm not with that one. I like the Kevin Durant because I like to keep it sweet, simple, a nice little punch, and then drive to the rim. Step back, I like Luka. You could use the James Harden, or you could use normal. This is what they call the Asta. You could do that with normal, but I use Luka. Gives me a little bit of a different thing. I like it with that little step back. Got like a little giddy up, and then I can speed boost out of it pretty nice. All right, you got the animations. Take it to the gym. All right, y'all. Welcome to the home court. The court of loyalty runs deep. If you haven't followed, make sure you go ahead and follow our team page as well. You know what I'm saying? You got to support the team. Loyalty runs deep. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and start off with some basic stuff. We'll start with the snatch back. I know that's something simple. We're going to go right here. Boom. Just clip it back. Boom. Flip it back. Now with this one, you're pulling the left stick down and you're flicking the right stick up. So I'm going to do it again. Boom. Boom. Do this all the way through. Now, the best way to practice this stuff, honestly, is just doing it over and over and over. To be a dribbler, I'm not going to lie to you, it takes a lot of time. So for you to have to sit there, you're not going to learn this in one day, so honestly, don't trip about it. You're going to have to do it over and over and over. And that's what I do. Now, that's where you go with that again. That's the snatch back. Next one I'm going to show you with is going to be the misdirection. Now, the misdirection is going to look like that. So again, as you notice, when the ball is in my left hand, I'm going to flick the right stick down. It's going to go to 5 o'clock. And my left stick's going to go to 7 o'clock. They're always going to be the opposite. Because now I'm in the right hand, it's going to go to 7 o'clock, and my left stick's going to go to 5 o'clock. Boom. Now, once you start getting that part down, you can start spamming it. You'll even lose it a couple times like me. But you see, as you can spam it, boom, boom. Now, the cool thing about that move is, too, it honestly creates a lot of space. It's a nice, let's say, best way to do it, honestly, is it's a good combo starter, too. So, like, if I wanted a combo, boom, I can start to go right into that snatchback. Boom. I can go into all these different little animations. So that's for the misdirection. Now, the next one that we're going to go through is going to be kind of like a little speed boost. You're going to want to see, like, I flick the right stick. So as soon as I flick the right stick, boom, I'm going to speed boost out. Now, anytime you get that stumble, this is a good way to show you too because I messed up. When you get that stumble, that means that your left stick was not on basically on going at 12 o'clock. Because you got to always go boom, and it's got to go 12 o'clock. Boom. All right. That's how you get the speed boost. I ain't got no boost. Let me get that up. So again, if I flick it across my body, boom. So what I'll do is like a lot of times after I go through different moves, if I'm coming off the screen, I'll flick and then I'll speed boost around and get to the rim to get the quick drop. Now, best thing to think about is the way of speed boosting is you want to activate hyperdrive. It's similar to last year. So you do want to make sure that you're always, when you're trying to get that speed boost, the left stick has to be north. It has to be 12 o'clock. And you can rotate it out whichever direction you're going. I can get this. Now the next one is going to be that double cross. It's going to look like that. Boom. Every time. So what you're going to do with this one, you're going to flick the right stick to 11 o'clock. You're going to flick your left stick to 11 o'clock. Just like that. And if you're in the other hand, shoot the ball, get that. It's going to be the opposite. So if you're going to the left, 11 and 11. If you're going to the right, it's going to be 1 and 1. Boom. Wait for the animation. So now if I were to combo, a lot of stuff I do is I kind of throw stuff together. So like if I start off with that, boom, boom. I can go right into the different snatches. You could kind of play around with that. Like I said, you'll start to know certain moves that you like. A lot of people and a lot of guards will always throw in this snatch back for like a reset, especially when a lock, obviously they got half glove and stuff like that. You want to pull that back away from them, and then you can kind of make your move from there. Me personally, I use it, and then I can either speed boost out, or I can misdirection it back, and you can also speed boost off of misdirection. So if you see like how for that one I just went through, misdirection, boom. And everything, like you can see, everything you could speed boost off of. It's all about the left stick at the end of the day. It's all about the left stick and timing the right trigger. That's what you want to make sure that you have. So everything, again, will all start to blend together. These are the moves that I use to kind of bring together. And this is how you create that separation. Like for me right now on this particular build, I have silver handles for days. As you can see, it's kind of going down a little bit. It's not terrible. If you know how to kind of shoot with a little bit of a low stamina, you should be straight. But if you are a guard that has gold handles for days or something like that, you should be able to just spam the hell out of this. And there's different moves that you can do. Like I said, I rock with that Steve Francis, and this is why. Because you see how I can kind of play with it? Like that's the behind the back for the Steve Francis. And all I'm doing is I'm tossing the stick. I'm not touching anything else. I'm tossing the stick to that 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I'm just playing with it, right? Look at the stamina. Not much is going. So what I can do is, what I typically do is if I got, again, that reset, I'll blend it, and then I'll throw it into something. Boom. And then you can also throw the front one. So like the 3 o'clocks and the 9 o'clock. So 3 o'clock looks like this. 9 o'clock, 3, boom, 9. So typically when it's the same, so like if I go outside, ball's in my left hand, if I flick it to the 3 o'clock, I'm going to get that nice wide one. Ball's on the left, same thing. Flick it to that 9 o'clock, I'm going to get that wide one. Boom, boom. And you can spam that going back and forth as well. A lot of times, especially when they patch that move, this move, and they start taking away speed boost, a lot of guards were doing this. They were just kind of running it through. Now, this is cool because you're going to get a crab off of this a lot of times. Especially if you don't get the pluck off. They don't get the pluck off right away. You can kind of spam through on this. Boom. And eventually, you're going to get them behind you. And once you get them behind you, it's a GG. Just know, obviously, the shot timing speeds up. So, you got to practice that. Another thing here at the Steve Francis, like I said, the front sides, boom. Blend it all together. Like a lot of times you notice, I don't even have to touch nothing else. I can sit here and combo up with this Steve Francis nonstop. And I don't have to touch nothing else with that right trigger. You know, because a lot this year with the adrenaline boost and all that stuff, it is a lot of dribbling in place. You're really trying to find your pockets. It's not really, if you over dribble, you're gonna kill yourself. Like that's just not gonna, it's not gonna work. What you have to do is you have to kind of treat it somewhat like real basketball. You want to kind of throw a couple moves, boom, and then speed boost out. Sometimes you'll have to reset, boom, throw it out, and go right back to it. You're always trying to get to those pockets. So what I do is I don't dribble. I'll be dribbling, but I don't throw a lot of these combos in a real like competitive game. I'll throw them to kind of throw the lock off a little bit, and then I'll just size it up and speed boost out. And that's all I do. But you're really trying to get through on those speed boosts. You don't have to use adrenaline doing stuff like this. That you just dancing with the lock. That you dancing so that they don't know which way you're going. Boom. And when you do decide, boom, take that adrenaline and you go right into your shot. But other than that, that's kind of the normal tutorial right now. I can kind of break down a little bit more on the combos and stuff like that, what I use, different stuff about reading the pick and roll and all that stuff. But as of right now, this is just a good way to get started. If you got any questions or anything like that, always leave a comment below. I'll go ahead and help you out. You can always DM us as well on our Twitter page. And then mine is Black Records, or mine is Black Label 0, same as my gamer tag. You can always hit me up on there. I can always help you, okay? But yeah, Black Labels, 2K heads out.